Starting with the back here today at the Nielson property, June 25th. Down here in the doggy area, we trimmed up these hedges and did all the weeding from around here all the way up to the edge. And then I'll loop back around to the back. But I wanted to mention all this nice weeding that's been done and getting things ready in terms of trimming. And then the jasmine are still looking a little dry, but the one in the shade is doing better, so maybe it's just a sunlight thing. We gave them a good amount of water today. Maybe they need a little more water. Kind of loosen those a touch. This new planter up top's doing great. I gave it some water, although it is getting irrigated. And then we spent a lot of time in this back area by the pool, getting it ready for the 4th. Deadheaded and took out little dead pieces from all of those 4 planters and gave them a little bit of a water. Swept up this area carefully because they just got their windows cleaned and the pool is still open. But tidied up the hedge line here, deadheaded the roses and the peonies and swept up around. But next time I'd like to go in and do a thorough clean sweep and fluff and just make this whole like pool entrance area pristine for them. But the trimming's been done, so I think we're all set on the hedges. Even the roses back here, trees are being handled, but this hedge is all good. These planters are dry. I gave them another water. I know they have irrigation, but they were still a little too dry and things are already crispy. So gave them an extra thorough watering today. Oh yes, this topiary we could hit next time. We did all the other topiaries except for that one today. So hedges, really nice and clean. Every single row of them. Evergreen topiaries, also nicely rounded. Staircase cleaned up. We didn't hit this section, so next time, maybe at the end of the day, if we could just come in real hot and just weed, rake, fluff it real fast, because it's a simple task here, and that'll just go like a super far mile if we could do that next time before the 4th. As well as more deadheading. We did all of the deadheading in here and sweeping up around it. Deadheading and fluffing all around for next time, as today we just deadheaded and swept up and did a lot of trimming. But that'll be way easier next time, so we don't have to do all the trimming. The zinnias are looking great, little pops of color. Nice round topiaries. Really clean hedges, clean shrubs. Roses are looking great. I think I don't really need to walk all the way around, but all of this was taken care of. Up here we didn't do too much. Still letting these guys grow for another week or two, just because they're a little funny looking. And this one especially, it's kind of curved in the back. We'll let that grow up higher and then we can trim it much more boxy. Little weeds here and there. Here we go. But otherwise, this is looking lovely up here. Loving the ground cover, the lavender, the pops of pink. Back here too, the lavender's popping off. We've got the impatiens doing their thing. All of this we've been getting to pretty much every single time, but today we skipped it in favor of the rest of the property. We did a little light weeding, so definitely we'll remove any slanted, like tipped over allium. Hedges are fine, we shouldn't have to trim those next time. Just getting big weeds out. The edge is still looking really great. Probably just some weeding next time to tidy up. But otherwise, this is a really well-maintained part of the property. Could maybe hit up these topiaries, but they still look pretty good compared to how bad the other ones were by the pool. So that's not the highest priority, but really dense and beautiful. We did water the end of the driveway areas again. They are still a little bit dry, probably just from the sunlight. Immense sunlight. Did a little bit of tidying up over here. Swept all of this out, watered the planters, used a leaf blower. This is a wonderful section right here, the Helleborus and the geranium. We got the morning glory out of this planter like always. These two planters are just getting an immense amount of sunlight, so they are looking a little more brown compared to the rest of them on the property. But this is looking so colorful and sweet. We cleaned up all around the edges. We took this massive weed out from behind that tree. It was kind of just hiding this whole time, and I actually thought it was intentional, and I realized today it was definitely a weed, so it's nice that that's gone. And then down here, weeded out the rocks, did the weeding of the pavement in here, got some major weeds out of here. We could maybe trim up these boxwoods if we wanted to next time, but still not the highest priority. I'd rather do the pool section, but this is what it looks like over here, nice and purple ground cover. And then we did some wonderful weeding on this side of the property today, and a little bit of trimming. So the roses and the peonies got pruned back and deadheaded. The yellow roses are still in bloom. Some of them were deadheaded, and then the ones flanking it, the deep violet, those were cut back mostly. But that's really sweet. We took the tree sprouts out of there. We weeded this entire section of chat. We weeded all the way through and around the stones, and then along the edge of the fence, and in the back by that hedge back there too. And got this pretty tidied up. Anything super crazy was trimmed back. And then we weeded throughout here as well. Also laid down a couple bags of soil along the edge here to make this look prettier, because there was some overflow from the spa and it caused erosion. So I would say we could use, honestly, 10 more bags of soil just to distribute between here and this other section as well. And that would really dial in this area. And we did some weeding by the chicken coop. Mostly Alyssa did the chicken coop weeding. It looks super tiny. Really digging it. We just got our little apple tree. And this irrigation is still working, so it'd be nice if we could move it over and move that apple tree next time, or maybe the time after. It's just very hot right now to be transplanting. Still didn't get too under that area or there, but at least the chat is cleaned up. This corner, so much better. All weeded through. And then the forsythia cut back. I think that's what this is. These shrubs were just a little overgrown going into the planters, and now it just has a great look to it. A little healthier, less scraggly. We watered these jasmine that got planted. They were also dry, but definitely getting water. I tried to see if I could adjust it myself, but it's kind of just a back and forth one. So I think with some good watering once a week, that might be all it needs. They are looking a little crispy. I think it might just be past their prime, but it looked really, really nice last week and the week before. Be cool if we could get a new espalier apple tree sometime, or something to put in here. She's never mentioned it, so I'm not sure if that's a priority for her, but I would like to do that and then have something complete in that area. But that'll wrap up our weekly maintenance for today. Thank you.